Thank you all for being here today. It's an important day for Lady Buffs. And guys, I know we've got all these microphones up here. I don't want to lose my place on notes, so I'm going to probably, can you hear me now? Is this good here? Okay. Thanks again for coming out. I want to touch a little bit before I introduce Brittany, just on the search process. And as you can imagine, for a job like this, we had a very full field of highly qualified candidates who wanted to become the next head coach of Lady Buff Volleyball. This job is widely regarded. We heard it over and over as a top 5 job in Division II, and certainly a better opportunity for coaches than low major Division I's and even some mid-major Division I volleyball programs. Part of what sets this program apart, not only is it this facility that we have dedicated for volleyball, but the support that our university and our community and alumni provide this program. And that support goes back 40+ years when volleyball started here, and is going to continue long after we're all gone because of, again, how much this region and this community love and support the sport of volleyball, and especially Lady Buff Volleyball. We spoke to close to 24 people with head coaching experience, and this was an attribute that we rated very important in the process, looking for our next head coach. This initial search and the interviews and evaluations were handled primarily by me and Sarah Ramey, who's our Deputy AD, head strength coach, and also our volleyball administrator. As a former collegiate volleyball player herself, her input in this process was very valuable to me. We quickly narrowed this field through a couple of rounds of interviews to about 8 candidates that we thought would be a great fit here at WT. 8 is a lot, and we had to go through an extra round of deep dive on data and research. Ultimately, we ended up deciding to bring 4 candidates to campus. And of those 4, all were incredible candidates. All brought significant success as head coaches, and we brought them to campus, and as Brittany may tell you, put them through the ringer a bit. Each finalist met with a group of head coaches, a group of administrators, our sports medicine and athletic performance staff, as well as President Wendler. We even had a meet with Dr. H. That was probably the hardest period of time in meeting with Dr. H. But probably most importantly was each candidate had time with the Lady Buffs, and that gave the team time with candidates on the court early in the morning during practice, as well as in a Q&A session that followed. And each of these groups provided input back to me on their thoughts on our finalists. I want to specifically highlight the volleyball team, you guys up there. We haven't ever done it this way before, where we've engaged an entire team to this, to these depths. A lot of it was their desire to be involved in it. The other part of it is, as you know, that's a very special team, group of individuals, and so we decided to do that and bring them in. And I'm telling you, like, their engagement, their feedback was honest, sincere. I learned a lot, so thank you, ladies. Good job. I also publicly want to thank, she may kill me for this, but Kendra Potts. Number one, thank her for the last 5 years in returning us to where we need to be among the nation's elite, but also she helped in this process. The number of phone calls and texts that we had over the last month, because she deserves the opportunity. I told her, you're on favored alum status now. Now that she took another job, she's gone. She's returned to favored alum status, and she has a vested interest in where this program goes in the future, and she was very, very helpful to me as we went through this process, and I'm grateful for her. And one final thank you to, where's Bentley and Tori? There we go. Bentley, Tori up there. Austin's here as well, Austin, athletic trainer. Those 3 kind of kept the train on the tracks for the last month as we went through this process, and keeping the teams in workouts. Took them to Albuquerque to beat up on University of New Mexico. We were able to actually compensate Tori and bring her on as a legitimate assistant. So thank you all as well. Also, today's Bentley's birthday, so happy birthday, Bentley. All right, with all that, let's get to what we're here for, right? I'm thrilled to welcome Brittany Harry as the new head coach of Lady Buff Volleyball. She comes to us with 15 years of successful head coaching experience at multiple levels. Most recently, as one that we know and have seen, as the architect behind the incredible turnaround at Texas A&M International. We've been fortunate to have been able to observe and watch Brittany and her teams as we battled against them in the Lone Star Conference. Her teams, as you know, are talented. They play hard and smart and are tenacious. Some of that feedback, that's not me observing, that's our players telling me, whoa, that's a team. As we came to get to know her better during the interview process, I was especially impressed, and you'll catch some of this, her authenticity, transparency, and really her genuine love for the players and the sport of volleyball. A few things that consistently came through in all groups in the process: she's a fierce competitor. She likes to win in everything she does, so that kind of fits with us around here just a little bit. She has a proven track record of doing it. It's not just words for her. If you look at her record, she has won everywhere she's been. Attitude and effort, those are the things she expects every single day. Those align with ours. The experiences and relationships that she builds with her players, again, those aren't just words, those are sincere and they're genuine. Her plan and her assessment of where we are as a program and the challenges that we have today and the next couple of years. I got a volleyball person here that in her that understands the cycle. Her plan aligns exactly with ours for what we see as the future of Lady Buff Volleyball. This is not a situation where we have to come in and change things. This is a situation where coach is going to come in and tweak a few things, put her stamp on it, and roll, and get to recruiting right away. And finally, you know, I couldn't find a single person that had a bad thing to say about her. Not former players, not peers, people she worked with at International. She's just a highly regarded human being and coach, and that fits with us. And finally, she's what also stuck with me. She's a proud mama of her daughter, and single parent with a 13-year-old daughter is not an easy decision to come here and move going into high school. And the fact that, you know, again, that fierce competitor, gritty mindset extends not just to volleyball, but her life and her daughter. And I'm thrilled to welcome Malia here as well. With all that being said, I have every confidence that Brittany Harry is going to continue the proud tradition of Lady Buff Volleyball, and with that, I am happy to welcome her to WT.
That's a lot. Thank you so much. First and foremost, I have to thank Michael McBoom for heading up this amazing experience of the interview process that I learned so much about myself in, but I learned more and more about WT every step of the way. Being an outsider in the Lone Star Conference for the last, an outside of WT in the Lone Star Conference for the last 4 years, I always knew WT was a very special place. When we come here and play, you can see it in the stands, you can feel it in the community, and even the people that sat in this gym would come up to my players and thank them, and you did a great job, and you guys are so fun to watch, and just that extension of love that I felt here as an opposing coach is something that I cannot wait to be on the other side of as the coach leading this program moving forward. I do want to thank Kendra Potts, and I hope she doesn't kill me either, but she's been an amazing support to me for the last 4 years, and especially in the last month with the process. She's been my biggest cheerleader, And if there was any hesitation or doubt on whether this was the right move for me, she's like, you're gonna kill it down there. You're gonna do a great job, and she trusts me to do that. And to know that I have her stamp of approval as an alum and as somebody that's taken this program to a national championship, I can take a breath of fresh air from that, because that's a great start. I'm the 16th head coach for this program. And when I think about the number 16, I think about a sweet 16 birthday. And normally that 16th birthday, you get your driver's license. And I feel like I'm getting a driver's license today to lead this new program for me, the new program for me. And when you get that first driver's license, you're gonna drive and you're probably gonna be pretty cautious. But then that 16-year-old probably maybe does the little risky things that the parents don't really want to know about when their kids are out and about. But I feel like I've been given the driver's license to this program, and like Michael said, we don't need to fix anything here. We need to enhance on the foundation that's already been built for us with all the previous coaches that have been in this facility. So why WT for me? Why not? You would be silly not to want to coach and be in this building and coach these ladies. They've done it all. They've won a national championship, 2022, national runner-up last year. As a coach that's worked a lot of hard jobs up to this point, this isn't going to be an easy job, but this is a job that I walked into, and I know how much there is in the future to continue on the path that you've already been on. So I just want to thank the players for their investment in this process, because your support and your phone calls with me even last weekend just made this that much more of a place that I want to be. So I want to thank the players. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Moving forward here, this is something that is very near and dear to me. I don't do many things for myself. Michael mentioned I'm a single mom. Most of my decisions are for my daughter, and making sure she's taken care of, and making sure the community that she's surrounded in love her and accept her and will facilitate her growth in life as well. And every step of the way I felt that here, in terms of a community that I feel like I can move us to, and we're gonna have nothing but love and support along the way. So I appreciate that so much, because I wasn't necessarily looking for a coaching change. But when this opportunity presented itself, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer to put in for this job. I reached out to Michael before the job was formally posted, and I'm so excited to be here. I want to be. Please look at my stuff. Please look at my stuff. And he mentioned I was the first interview candidate on campus for the interview. So that 2 weeks from day one to last Thursday, when I got a phone call from Michael, was probably the hardest 2 weeks of my life, because when I left that interview, I would have been devastated if I didn't get this job. That's how I left here, and I said, I need to be at WT. This is where I'm being led. And I'm just thankful and blessed to have the opportunity to lead this program, and I can't wait to get started. Well, today, I got started today, but I can't wait to get started with the team this summer and into the fall. So I appreciate everybody for coming out here, and there's nothing but good things in the future for WT Volleyball, so go Buffs.
All right, everyone's going to have an opportunity to meet Coach Harry. We're going to let the media have a few minutes with her first. Y'all stick around, we'll do it right here. Also, if you guys have questions for her, you've probably got answers, don't you? Come back up here just a second here. Sure. Anyone got questions for Coach Harry before we get started with the media? Oh, come on.
It's okay if you don't.
Looks like you got a flyer there. What do you guys need? Yeah, you want her to come back to you guys? Okay, come on up. Chris, should I turn off this main mic?